Now, you'd be surprised at how many Stranger Things actors actually landed their roles. Some had zero experience, others were struggling for years, and a few were already Hollywood veterans. Let's break down every level. Level 1, the complete unknowns. These are the kids who literally had no business being on a Netflix show. Take Priya Ferguson, who plays Erica Sinclair. Before Stranger Things, she had exactly one credit to her name, a small role in a TV movie called Daisy Winters that nobody watched. She auditioned for season 2 when she was just 10 years old, nailed the sassy little sister vibe, and suddenly became a fan favorite. But here's the thing, Priya wasn't even supposed to be a main character. She was a one-episode guest star in season 2. The Duffers liked her so much they kept bringing her back, and now she's part of the core group. Even wilder is Caleb McLaughlin's story. Yeah, Lucas has been there since day one, but before Stranger Things, Caleb was doing Broadway in the Lion King musical. Broadway child actors rarely transition to screen work. He had zero TV experience, sent in a tape, and somehow beat out thousands of kids for the role. The casting directors took a massive gamble on him. You are not taking a gamble, however, if you hit that subscribe button for more breakdowns like this one. Trust me, we're just getting started. Level 2, the child actor grind. This level is all about those kids who'd been grinding auditions for years before Stranger Things happened. Gaten Matarazzo is the perfect example. Before playing Dustin, Gaten had been auditioning since he was a toddler. He did commercials, small TV spots, even performed on Broadway in Les Miserables and Priscilla Queen of the Desert. But none of it stuck. He was constantly getting rejected, dealing with his cleidocranial dysplasia condition that affected his teeth and appearance, and was pretty much ready to quit acting entirely. Then the Stranger Things audition came through. Gaten almost didn't go because he was so tired of rejection, but he showed up, made the casting directors laugh, and suddenly he's Dustin Henderson. The role was literally written broader after they cast him because his personality was that strong. Finn Wolfhard falls here too, but his story's different. He'd been doing small indie projects in Canada, nothing major. He was 12 when he sent in a tape for Mike Wheeler while eating peanut butter and jelly in his basement. No professional setup, no acting coach, just him being a kid. That raw authenticity is exactly what the Duffers wanted. Finn said he got the call while playing video games and thought it was a prank. Level 3, the lucky break. Right place, right time kind of success. And nobody represents this better than Joe Keery. Before Steve Harrington, Joe was a struggling actor in Chicago doing KFC commercials and appearing as random guy at a party in forgettable projects. He'd graduated from DePaul University's theater program and was getting absolutely nowhere. Joe almost didn't audition for Stranger Things because he thought he was too old for a high school role. He was 23 playing 17, which is normal for TV, but he didn't know that. His girlfriend convinced him to send in a tape. He did it in one take, barely tried, and somehow that careless confidence became Steve's whole vibe. The character was originally supposed to die in season 1. Joe's performance made them rewrite everything. And now Steve's the fan favorite. Then you've got Sadie Sink as Max. She'd done some Broadway work and had a small role on The Americans, but nothing huge. When she auditioned for season 2, she was up against hundreds of girls. What sealed it? She skateboarded into the audition, didn't even ask permission, just rolled in on a board and immediately became Max Mayfield in their minds. Sometimes it really is that simple. But my absolute favorite lucky break story is Dacre Montgomery as Billy. Dacre's an Australian actor who was completely unknown in America. He'd done literally nothing that American audiences would recognize. He sent in a tape for Billy, where he played the character completely unhinged, screaming and breaking stuff in his audition. Most actors would play it safe. Dacre went full psycho, and the Duffers were so shocked they called him immediately. He flew from Australia to LA, and his whole life changed overnight. Without that one bold choice, he's probably still doing Australian soap operas. Level 4, the established TV actors. These are the actors who were already working consistently before Stranger Things, just not at this level. Natalia Dyer had been acting since 2009, appearing in Hannah Montana, the movie and small indie films. She wasn't famous, but she was paying her bills with acting, which is more than most can say. When she auditioned for Nancy, she'd already played angsty teenagers a dozen times. The difference was, Stranger Things actually blew up. Charlie Heaton's story is similar but messier. He was a musician first, playing in a band called Comaneci, then slowly transitioned to acting in British TV shows nobody in America watched. When he auditioned for Jonathan Byers, he was still pretty green with acting, but he had that quiet, weird energy the character needed. However, his career nearly ended before it started when he got detained at LAX in 2017 for cocaine possession. Netflix kept him on, and he's been more careful since. And you can't talk about this level without mentioning Noah Schnapp. Before playing Will Byers, Noah had done exactly one major thing. He voiced Charlie Brown in the Peanuts movie. That's it. Let me know in the comments below if you knew this or if it surprised you. Now things got interesting. Will's barely in season 1 because he's trapped in the Upside Down the whole time. Noah had to act scared and traumatized for season 2 without much experience. And he pulled it off. Level 5, the Scene Stealers. This level is where an actor becomes the driving force of the show. They don't just play a character, they carry entire storylines. Millie Bobby Brown is the obvious example here. She'd done a few things before Stranger Things. Grey's Anatomy, Modern Family, small guest spots, but nothing that prepared anyone for 11. Millie was 11 years old when she auditioned, shaved her head for the role, and delivered a performance that most adult actors couldn't pull off. She barely speaks in season 1, but conveys everything through her eyes. The Duffers have admitted they didn't expect a child actor to be that good. Millie's not just talented, she became the face of the entire show. Her career exploded instantly. Modeling contracts, movie deals, producing credits by age 16. She went from complete unknown to global superstar in 6 months. But then you've got Maya Hawke, who entered in season 3 as Robin and immediately stole every scene. Maya had done one project before this, the BBC's Little Women miniseries, where she played Jo March. She's also Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's daughter, which definitely helped her get auditions, but it doesn't explain why she's so good. Her chemistry with Joe Keery made Robin and Steve the best duo on the show. The Duffers actually rewrote Robin's character after seeing Maya's audition. Level 6, the Veterans. Now we're talking about actors who were already respected before Stranger Things. Winona Ryder is the clearest example. She was a massive star in the 90s. Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands, Girl, Interrupted. Then her career tanked after a shoplifting arrest in 2001, and Hollywood pretty much blacklisted her for a decade. When the Duffers approached her for Stranger Things, she was doing small indie films and was considered a has-been. She almost said no because she didn't want to do TV, but Joyce Byers became her comeback role. Winona's not just good at this, she's unhinged in the best way possible. Her performance carries the emotional weight of the entire first season. Without Winona's name attached, Netflix might not have greenlit the show at all. David Harbour falls here too. Before Hopper, David had been a working actor for 20 years. He'd done Brokeback Mountain, Quantum of Solace, The Newsroom, always the supporting guy, never the lead. He's talked about how frustrating it was to be talented but never quite breaking through. Stranger Things gave him his first real leading role at 41 years old, and he crushed it. Hopper's the heart of the show, and David's brought depth to what could have been a generic, small-town cop character. Level 7, the Legends. We've officially reached the summit. To stand here, you don't just need talent. You need to have already changed the industry. These actors are not trying to make it. They already made it decades ago. And Stranger Things only has one true legend, Matthew Modine as Dr. Brenner. Matthew was a massive star in the 80s. Full Metal Jacket, Birdie, Vision Quest. He was Stanley Kubrick's choice for one of the most iconic war films ever made. By the time Stranger Things came around, he'd done decades of work across film, TV, and stage. He didn't need this role, but he took it because he loved the script. What's brilliant is how Matthew plays Brenner. He could have gone full villain, but instead he makes him disturbingly calm and paternal. That's decades of experience showing. He understands restraint in a way younger actors don't. Now, before you go, smash that like button and subscribe because we've got way more TV breakdowns coming. Thanks for watching.